Hello everybody, what is going on? And welcome back to the Road to Glory career mode. Today is the day that we finish the Premier League season. So we'll know who is crowned champions. Will we win it for a second time in a row? Or are Manchester City going to be the champions? Well, we'll find out. And I hope I find you all very well indeed. Along with our last 3 league games to go, we have ourselves Juventus in that second leg semi-final, where we've put ourselves in a fantastic position to reach the final of the Champions League. We are 2-0 up on aggregate so far, so yeah, look forward to that as well. So we've got Arsenal to start the day away at the Emirates before we have a home tie against West Ham and then Southampton away on the final day of the season. I showed you this briefly at the end of the last video. City have got Liverpool on the last day of the season, but they do have a game in hand right now, so should they win that, they'll go a point clear. So we're really looking at that last game of the season to be the one where, if they're going to slip up, it'll most likely be there. That's what I'm thinking. I've not even decided on my team ahead of this game here. Obviously, a defeat for us might change this entire situation. I'm going to start Solano, and I'm also going to start David as well. We're going to play David out wide on the left-hand side like that. And then I think that might be the side we go with. Yeah, let's go with that team. At the end of the day, focus on ourselves, win our games, and then see what City can manage to do. So, Arsenal away first. As always, here are the slider settings before we move into game. On the CPU side, everything is as it was, and our side, everything at 50. And yeah, we'll take a look at their team just before we kick the game off. In goal for Arsenal, Lance Moore, I believe, is a former player of ours here at Forest Green Rovers. Into midfield, and they've got Pepe, Luis Alberto, and Bukayo Saka. And then in front of those 3, it's Piontek. So, Martial on the bench. I'm quite surprised with that. They've also got Tammy Abraham, I believe, on the bench too. Noticed he was there. Just to let you know as well, there is a couple of polls running at the moment on the community section of the channel in regards to FIFA 21. We are deciding our position of our My Player over there, and also what league we are going to be starting in potentially for our career mode. So if you want to vote on those and haven't yet already, head to the community section of the channel. No chance really for either side as of yet. Solano trying to change that. It falls for Martinez, who maybe will shoot. He does. It's deflected. And it's off the outside of the post. It'll be a corner at least, but that was a huge slice of luck that very nearly paid out for us. One of the issues is we just can't seem to get anybody through one-on-one. We've done it now with Solano, though. Chips the keeper. Oh, he's offside. Come on, ref. Give us a little bit. Just give us the advantage. I mean, if it's not close, then fair enough. But if this is like a matter of inches, oh, I mean, it's right. I can't even complain because it's the right call. But such a great finish from Solano. And we're 2 minutes away from half-time, and feels like a bit of a lackluster performance so far from us. We need to sort of kick it up a gear in the second half. Maybe some substitutions is what's needed to be able to do that. First change of the match for us. We've got Enis Bardi replacing Viktor Kovalenko, and we've switched to our 3-5-2. Fortune favours the brave, and I'm hoping that going to the more attack-minded formation will allow us to find the goal that we need. Here is Lopez. There's a lot of Arsenal bodies still back there following our free kick. Jonathan David shifts it onto the right foot. And it is a tremendous finish from Jonathan David to give us the lead here. What a strike that is, ladies and gentlemen. And we can celebrate that. I've literally just switched up, though, to the attacking formation. So do I switch straight back or leave it as is? I mean, this is unbelievable. Yeah, works the space really well for himself. And then rifles that home. And if I am correct in thinking that Lance Moore was once our goalkeeper, that might show you why we let him go. Well, I think he went on a release clause anyway, didn't he? So it wasn't completely my decision. But, yeah, in any case, doesn't make the save, and we take the lead. Luis Alberto trying to place one. You are joking. I wasn't even commentating because it wasn't a chance. It was like a half chance at best. Pick that one out then. I don't know what to say. I actually don't know what to say. I mean, he picks the ball up here. I mean, Aya doesn't really press him very well. But when he picks that up, there's no worry at all that that is going to create a chance. And then all of a sudden, he wraps his foot around it, and it's in the top corner. And all that hard work that we've just done to put ourselves in front. I mean, look at my reaction. What? That's pretty much how I'm feeling. And Luis Alberto makes this 1-1. I mean, we have taken the lead once in the game, so I feel like we can do it again. What was I saying? There's that man again. Jonathan David, a towering header. Puts us back in front with half an hour to play. That is good stuff. Can we hold on to this one, though? That's the question. Or are we going to let Luis Alberto score a screamer against us again? I mean, the delivery here from the corner, Lopez just sort of lifts it in and hopes that somebody will attack it. And it is a great leap to get himself into the air. And then at that point, Moore just kind of watches it go over his head. 2-1. Arsenal just ramping up the pressure a little bit more now. And that's going to fall for Piontek. Henderson comes up clutch when we need him to. Bardi through towards Dest, and this will be the end of the game no matter what here because we can buy time. Dest trying to find a shot. Is that not a penalty, ref? I mean, he tells Dest to get up, but I don't think they've won the ball there. And had we have been drawing this game, I would have been even more fuming than I am because obviously that would have been a chance. Needless to say, though, first game of the day, it wasn't easy, but we got the job done. A 2-1 win, and now we move forward. So, yeah, not the nicest start to the day, though. I've got to say that. The game was closer than I'd like it to be. So, here we go then for the semi-final second leg against Juventus. We've named a couple of changes. Vargas into the team in place of Jonathan David for fitness reasons. And also Bardi in place of Lopez. Juve, I think they've gone unchanged. I might be wrong from the last game that we've seen. It's been a couple of days since I last played that. So, yeah, it might be a couple of changes for them as well. It might be unchanged 11. So, we'll just see how the game goes. You know the score. You know what we've got to do. Essentially not allow them back in this game. A goal for us, an away goal nice and early would, I think, make them a bit nervous. So, I think that's the play. Try and attack from the first whistle if we can. Kovalenko towards Solano. Good little touch as well from Christian Solano to take this away. As he steps inside. No way. No way as he just hit the inside of the post. That was the chance for 1-0. If by some, error that we make and we end up not going through here, that's the chance we'll look at and say, that was the moment, really. Vargas keeps hold of this, and Juventus at the moment struggling to get us off the ball. We are keeping it so well in these early stages. Stages is what I meant to say. Lo Celso finds Asensio, they're through. Henderson, man. I don't even know what to say about him. That is unreal from him. Look at that. What a save, especially on a big night like this as well. To pull off a save like that. I said I'm not sure how he weren't 1-0 up. Well, I'm sure Juve will be thinking the same thing. Excellent work here as they send another ball into our box. But Pedrosa is able to clear that one away. We've lost the header, though. And now Asensio has possession. Rice watches him all the way. Wins it straight back. Vargas, though, will have to go this alone, it feels like, because there's nobody up here to support. But he fancies going alone himself then. Advantage played by the referee. Vargas still has this. Pulling it back. There's Bardi. And Ennis Bardi takes the lead for Forest Green. It was created, though, excellently by Mateus Vargas on the left-hand side. Bardi will casually run over to the camera, blow a little kiss to the Forest Green fans. Is that the goal that secures our spot in the club's first ever Champions League final? You have to give major applause and credit, though. The way of Vargas, what a run that was. The finish is good as well, but nah, it's all about Vargas. Vendel towards Martinez. He lets it go, and that is a fine finish. I believe from Giovanni Lo Celso. Juventus given a lifeline. They still need 3, though, because of that away goal that we've secured. But just before the break, does that change the halftime team talk of both managers? I mean, it's nicely done here. I thought Martinez would be the player who was going to hit the shot, but instead, selflessly lays it across. Lo Celso gets a lot behind it. And there is a slight touch off of Henderson's left hand. Maybe a bit more on that than just fingertips, and he saves that. And it would be another highlight reel save, but that's not the case. We will go in at half-time, 1-1. Still feeling very confident, though. Like I said, they need 3. I still think the best way of us going forward in this game is to try and attack. Is this going to be 2-1? It is. It's straight away 2-1. And that's why I feel like that's the best course of action. Because every goal we get means Juventus need another. That's now 4-1 on aggregate. And they needed 3 before. Well, now they need, what is that, 4? Oh, yeah, essentially, it just means they need an extra one. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. But I'd like to think that's the job done. Now Bardi with his second of the game. Kovalenko's through the middle here. It's lovely football again. Victor Kovalenko. Oh, man. How's that not gone in then? I think that's the most casual oh, man I've ever said in my life as well. I just automatically assumed that was 3-1. Feels like Juventus has somewhat given up a little bit now as Kovalenko's through again. Solano picks him out this time. What's wrong with Victor Kovalenko's finishing? That's 2 he's had. You know what? Let's just give him a bit of rest. Let's give him a little bit of a rest. Yeah, that should have been 2 for Kovalenko. Well, right as well, Solano can come off and we'll give David a 15-minute spell to see if he can get himself on the score sheet. I somewhat feel a little bit bad for Enis Bardi because he scored twice tonight and a lot of people would be saying he probably should start in that Champions League final. But then, do you really leave out Diego Lopez? You know what I'm saying? And this is something that I've had selection headaches over team selections before. It's a good thing, but equally, how do you leave out Lopez? And when Bardi's playing like he is, Lopez here might be able to make it 3. He does. Who do you start? Dybala carries forward, but that's going to be the end of the game. We've beaten Juventus twice over 2 legs and deserve our spot in the Champions League final. I'm not sure who will face out of Barcelona or Atletico. Of course, Atletico were in front after the first leg, so most likely them. Yeah, we'll see how that game goes. But 2 more games coming your way today, and it's to wrap up the Premier League title. West Ham up next. Advance the days forward, and as you'll see, they are top by a point. There's 2 games to go. We've got West Ham. Meanwhile, they are playing... I just need to remind myself because I forgot. I know it's Liverpool on the final day. Who are they playing right now, though? Oh, actually, we're first. So we've got West Ham United first. They then play Villa before the final day. So we actually have a nice rest period in, as opposed to City, who only have 4 days. We've got a full week between games. That might play handy into our side of things. So in terms of goal difference, you can probably see not a lot in it. There's 1 goal. Please don't come to goal difference. I'm not even sure if it's possible, if it can come down to goal difference. But anyway, we've got to do a job against West Ham. And that's the aim here. Team-wise, let's bring in Jonathan David. He'll start up front. De La Vega will start on the right-hand side. And it's Bardi into the middle. For Lopez into the middle. Martinez in for Declan Rice. And that is the team that we are going to go with for this one against West Ham. Need the win as well. Let's see if we can get it. As we see West Ham's team selection here today, I'm actually not too worried, I've got to say. I feel like we are the better side. And by quite some margin as well. So maybe I'm getting a little bit too cocky, a little bit too confident. But yeah, on paper, we should be winning this game. But of course, as the old saying goes, football is not played on paper, it is played on grass. So it all might not work out that way. Jonathan David, and that's a foul, ref. Apparently not. All right then. So we've got it back anyway, but that was for me a foul. Jonathan David keeps hold of this. We have Martinez. Imagine a goal straight away. That would be the best start we could have hoped for. De La Vega trying to pull this back. Ref, that's handball. I mean, come on, ref. How many times do you want to let them get away with stuff? That looked like a clear handball. West Ham with a clear game plan here today is to sit behind the ball, soak up pressure and try and catch us on the counter-attack. As David has possession through to Lopez. Great turn! The shot didn't have any power behind it though. You've got to do better in there, Diego. I mean, we still have possession, but we've had possession for most of this first half. It's just trying to break them down. De La Vega through towards Lopez. The touch to take it away from the defender. Diego Lopez is in. A heavy touch away though. I tell you what, he's not having his finest game here, and that is going to make me substitute him. I need to think tactically here, and at this moment in time, Lopez is not having his best performance. So the change is going to come through. Ennis Bardi's coming on. And let's hope he can try and find a way through this resilient West Ham defence so far. Once again, we switch to the 3-5-2. Viktor Kovalenko drives forward and gets the shot away. Benitez with a save. And are you starting to sense the nerves maybe creeping in here? Because failure to get a result that's a win, if City are able to win, they'll open the gap up. So we really need something to fall our way. Martinez with the corner. We try and win the header. Jonathan David will have possession. Martinez gets it off him. Now back to David. There's still so many bodies, though, inside that penalty area. How are we meant to find a shooting opportunity from this? David. And it goes to Kovalenko. Doesn't quite find the top corner. Jonathan David did really well there as well. Just making sure he laid it off. Benitez trying to get them back underway quickly and look for that counter opportunity. West Ham, who honestly have not offered anything going forward. Kovalenko, good ball. Great run, David. And is this a chance now? Jonathan David gets the ball inside. Jonathan David. That's what you want to see. How many times did he do this for us? I've got to say, Solano will hold a special place in this series because he has been our #1 main man striker. But this man, the impact he has made since joining us, like some of the goals he's got as well, they're not mega, super title winning goals, but what they are, they're important goals. At times where games have not been going exactly as planned, like today, and he does something like that. It's only his 7th in the league, but I feel like the majority of those 7 have been important and when we've needed them to be. Jonathan David, thank you so much. Imagine the scenes if West Ham creates something now and it ends up being an equalising goal from their only shot in the game. Well, at the moment, we're actually on the edge of their penalty area looking for goal number 2 as David fights way through. He's remarkable. He's actually remarkable. It's 2-0. He has no right to get through there. And I'm wondering if the West Ham number 27 was a bit worried about making a challenge here inside the penalty area. I mean, he goes to whack the ball away and misses it completely. And Jonathan David says, thank you very much. I'll just place this in the bottom corner then. Any nerves we had have been squashed. It's 2-0, and this is the 3 points that we needed. De La Vega to David, now through to Kovalenko. It's brilliant football. Viktor Kovalenko, though, has found David in for the hat-trick. What? How did that work out? I thought we made the mistake of going back when Viktor Kovalenko did pull the ball back, but it was all a ruse. He was just waiting for the run of David. And he's got himself another hat-trick. Scored one, was it not last episode, the episode before? It might have even been in the last video, actually. But he's got another one here. I think the goalkeeper, that touch there was a little bit too far ahead. And then he just sort of smashes it back across the keeper's position. Is awful. You've got to say that. But full credit to David. What a performance he's put in here. Full time here, a 3-0 win. David collects himself a well-deserved match ball for the hat-trick. And you lot know what is next. It's Premier League final day time. Skipping the days forward towards the final day. And we will see if Manchester City have got a result against Villa. I think they have. I'm pretty sure I just saw them go to 99 points as De La Vega is going to City. But as we are not continuing after this season, it does not matter. So yes, we go to the final day where we become Liverpool fans for the day. And it's a point in it. So looking at the scenarios here of how we win this title, we need Liverpool to win the game. And we need to at least draw. But even then, if Liverpool only manage a 1-0 win, then it would mean that we would be on 69 goal difference apiece. So we would have to hope they'd win by 2. Or we win our game, they lose or draw. I think. Would that do it if they drew? Yeah, so we need a loss or a draw in that game there. And we just need to win our game against Southampton away at St Mary's. As Southampton currently sit 13th. 22 defeats this season. Please don't be the game where they beat me. Please don't. Because that would be very upsetting. All right, let's have a look at the team selection ahead of this one. Solano, I can't even get him back in. David scored a hat-trick, so it'd be foolish for me to make that change. Bardi in for Lopez. Didn't have his best game. St. Maximin in for De La Vega. That's the team. That's the team we go with. I'm also going to not turn on goal updates, because if I'm going to schedule this and actually put it out as a premiere, I don't want you guys knowing what's going on. So goal news, off, 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 and off. Does that work? Oops. No, how do I select? Back. Yeah, good. Right, goal news should be off for this one. Let's get it. Southampton, the side that might end our dreams of a second Premier League title. Their team there. You've seen ours, so it's about time we get this game underway. And Aranda, he kicks off. We are 90 minutes away from a potential Premier League title. Anybody else feeling the nerves? Kovalenko, couple of step-overs. Now looking to maybe try and get the shooting opportunity. Oh, it's wide. Victor, that was your moment. Captain's armband. Could have been a captain's goal. Instead, it's wide. I mean, I applaud the effort. Yeah, because creating the chance was fine. It was just taking it. Bardi finds Vargas. We've got the run of David just in front. It's a very, very big pass, but David still creates the chance for Bardi to turn home from very close range. And as things stand, we are doing our part in this final day drama. Tongue twister and a half there. The pass from Vargas sent David a bit too far away from goal for him to shoot, but then he has the know-how to put it back in. Oh my. That was close to being blocked and saved. Look at the reaction of Ralph. Is it Hassan Huntel? I've probably said his name really wrong there and made myself look silly. But yeah, he's not happy with that goal. Understandably so, because nobody picked up the run of Enis Bardi. Once again, though, Enis Bardi on the score sheet ahead of that Champions League final. The ball breaks here for David, and it's a thunderous finish. 2-0 Forest Green. Is that the win secured? I made sure to not look at the results at half-time as things stood, so that I don't know either. I am in the dark as well as to whether or not City are behind, in front, drawing, whatever. I don't want to spoil it for myself. This is what I'm saying. Champions League final to come. And the way things are right now, David, for me, has to start. So does Enis Bardi now. So, do we leave Solano out? Do we leave Lopez out? How do we work this? Because the performances of those two today, they simply put, have to start the game. Otherwise, it's not kind to them. You know what I mean? Bardi scored here, the opener. David made it. And then David smashes that one in the back of the net. So, it is a selection headache ahead of that Champions League final. And I really don't know what to do. A minute to go. This is the moment of truth as Mason Mount's on the attack. I'm not even worried about a Southampton goal at this point. It's just seeing the reaction at full time. What is going to happen? Southampton 0, Forest Green Rovers 2. There's some celebrations on the pitch, but I'm not sure they're title celebrations, unfortunately. Oh, man. Are you joking? We can look at this two ways. We can say, what a title race it's been, and to lose it by a point, yes, it's heartbreaking, but it goes down in the history books. But even so, are you actually telling me that we've got 101 points and not won the title? Full time. We'll take a look at the Liverpool result right now then and see what happened there. Let's skip through here. I think Liverpool were at home as well, so it's even more annoying. A 2-0 win in the end. Jonathan David and Bardi with the goals. Oh, City. No, they weren't at home. Liverpool were away. They won 2-0. And this is where we could be salty. We could be... Yeah, we might end up being salty. But at the same time, you have to give credit where credit is due. what a performance from Manchester City as well. Because Liverpool on the final day is not easy, especially with how much is at stake during that game. You know, there's a massive amount riding on that game. It will be Atletico in the final for us. We'll talk about that in a moment, but let's have a look at the league table then. And as you'll see, Manchester City crowned champions with 33 wins from 38 games. We matched them with 33 wins, but it's a draw that separates us both at the end of the season. Liverpool down in third, Spurs into fourth, Arsenal make fifth, Manchester United round out the top six. Chelsea managed to somewhat rescue their season a little bit. They're up into 8th place. Down the bottom, Norwich, Villa and Huddersfield all relegated back down to the Championship. But it doesn't matter too much, does it, at the end of the day? Because we know what's happened. City, it's a Manchester derby in the FA Cup final. Carabao Cup, I believe, was already played and been won by Liverpool. Yes, it has. So, look, I'm obviously massively disappointed. I think that's understandable. But it was never about the league this year, was it? It's always been about the Champions League, and that is the game that we have to come. Team of the competition announced. I imagine we'll have quite a few players in this team. Just saying right now, if Pedrosa's in there, Aya's in there, Dest's in there, Kovalenko's in there as well. And they are the 4 players that we have in the team of the year. I was going to say, if Dest wasn't in there, I'd be livid. Edison in goal, Todibo, our former player, so you could argue we had an impact there because he played for us halfway through this season before transferring to Manchester United. Ben Woodburn, Sane, Silva, Shalov, Werner. Woodburn wins the Golden Boot with how many goals? I'm not even sure if we had Solano in the top 10. I don't even know if we had a top 10 goal scorer this year. We had goals at about 27 is a very good amount for Ben Woodburn. Edison, goalkeeper of the tournament. It doesn't say the player of the league, though, does it? That's one thing that I've just noticed. It doesn't actually tell us who the player of the league is. No. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who won the player of this season. Just quickly, then, we will have a quick look at the top scorers and see if we have a player in and around the top 10. I imagine we will. But it's who will it be? Probably Solano, I think, is our best bet. He's just in 10th. Lopez, 19. What? Lopez has scored 19 this season. I mean, by his standards, it wasn't like a massively good season, but it's still decent. Kovalenko, Vargas, St. Maximin, Lopez, all in the assist charts. Clean sheets. Oh, Henderson 1 away. But yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for the Premier League at least. We now have the Champions League to look forward to. And in terms of that game, I'm not sure when you'll be seeing it. You should be seeing this episode maybe Sunday, I want to say, if I'm able to record it and get it out on time. So it'll either be somewhat after this video tomorrow, maybe on the Sunday evening if I have time to be able to do it, although I doubt that. So it'll probably be Monday evening or Tuesday evening at the latest for that Champions League final. So let me know your thoughts down below. Who would you start in that Champions League final? A massive thank you for your support on the channel as well. Do really appreciate it. If you are new around here and like what you see, hit that subscribe button to help me get one step closer to the magic number of 100,000 subscribers. Until next time, stay safe, everyone. Have a great day. Have a great evening. And I'll catch you all again very soon. Adios.